husband Jeff.
Jennifer and Jeff, this is Rivka. The famous Rivka I have spoken of.
Yes.
I think we'll have to just do it with this one.
Yeah.
So we'll start on, we'll do the blessings over the.
That's what I figured. That's page 414, I believe. I looked it up. Those who are at home. I have no preference.
Okay, so
I don't know if I'm going to do prayer beforehand,
Yeah.
reading.
I'll do a little welcome.
We figured it out, it was fine.
So Shabbat Shalom, Erev Tov, Chag Sameach, everyone. Happy Chanukah. So Chanukah, this third night of Chanukah really started about an hour and a half ago. But we have a lit menorah already here with us, so we can still say the blessings and sing Ma'oz Sur. And what page are the blessings on?
429.
429, if you like to.
And I've handed out copies of Mozart.
Oh,
and it's
wonderful.
at 429 for those at home.
Wonderful. Thank you. Would you like to lead us in the blessings? or-
Sure. I'm not sure the camera's set up right.
Okay.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu le'adlik ner shel Chanukah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asa nisim lavoteinu vayamim ha'el b'azman hazeh.
And let's sing Ma'oz Sur. Ma'oz Sur Yeshuati Lechanael Shabeach Tikom Beit Tefilati Visham Doda Nezabeach Le'etachim Abeach Mitzaram nabeach Azemor b'shir mizmor Chanukah damizbeach Azemor b'shir mizmor Chanukah damizbeach. So it's Chanukah, but it's also Shabbat. So we get the light of Chanukah and the peace of Shabbat. And let us light the Shabbat candles.
La 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 la
La la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav
V'tzivanu lehadlik ner V'tzivanu lehadlik ner V'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. La 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 Chag Sameach, Shabbat Shalom. Let us begin our Kabbalat Shabbat service on page 5. And Sarah is leading us tonight.
As much as I can. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon,
המלאכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. בואכם לשלום מלאכי השלום מלאכי עליון. מי מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ברכוני לשלום מלאכי השלום מלאכי עליון. מי מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. צאתכם לשלום מלאכי השלום מלאכי עליון. מי מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא.
We turn to page 11, Lechune Ranena.
Lechune Ranena l'Adonai, Nariya letu yishenu, Nikadman fanav betoda, Bizmiot nariya lo. Abayim shana katuv bedor, va'omam to'el vav. Oh, wrong melody.
Abayim shana katuv bedor, va'omam to'el vavem, vehem lo yadu derachai, asher nishbati be'api. Im yevon el menuchati. Shilai lai la lai lai alai la lai lai alai la lai 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 lai. Shiru l'Adonai shir chadash, shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz. Shiru l'Adonai baruch shemo, basu miyom miyom yeshuato, sapru v'goyim kevodo, b'kol ha'amim nifleotav, ki gadol
Adonai u'me'ulal me'od. No Al kol Elohim, ki kol Elohim ha'amim elim, va'adonai shamayim asa, hod ve'adar lefanav, ozeh tiferet b'mikdasho, havu l'Adonai mishpechot amim, havu l'Adonai kavod va'oz, havu l'Adonai kevod shemo, se'u mincha u'holech hatzrotai. Ay lai 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 lai, ay lai 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 lai, ay lai 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 lai, ay lai lai lai, ay lai 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 lai lai. Lifnei Adonai, kiva kiva lishpat haaretz, yishpot tevel b'tzedek, ve'amin be'emunato.
Adonai malach tagel haaretz, yismechu im rabim. On the left-hand side, Adonai reigns, let the earth be glad, and many distant lands rejoice.
Clouds and thick darkness surround the divine. Righteousness and justice endure bless.
Fire goes before God, consuming besiegers round about.
Flashes of lightning illumine the land, the earth watches and trembles, mountains melt like wax at the approach of Adonai, at the approach of the Master of all the earth.
The heavens tell of God's righteousness, and all the nations see God's glory.
Osahu ala tzadik, uli sheile simcha, simchu tzadikim Adonai, vehodu lezecher kodsho.
Mizmor,
Shiru l'Adonai, shir chadash, ki niflaot asa, Hoshia lo yemino, uzeroa kodsho di Adonai Yeshuato, le'enei hagoyim gilatzi.
Zachar
Tov emunato levei Yisrael ra'u kol afsei haaretz et Yeshuat Eloheinu hariu l'Adonai kol haaretz pitzchu ve'anenu ve'zameru Zamru l'Adonai bechinor, bechinor v'kol zimra, v'chatzot zero v'kol shofar, hariu livnei hamelech Adonai, Hiram hayam umelo, tever v'yorosh v'var. נרות ימחאו כף, יחד ערים ירננו, לפני אדוני קיבה, לשפוט הארץ, לשפוט עבר בצדק, ועמים במישרים. Alai, 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 Adonai mala yegezu amim Yoshev keruvim tanut haaretz Adonai b'tzion gadol v'ramu hakol ha'amim v'amru Adonai Eloheinu v'yishtachavu Moshe v'Aaron v'chol Omemu Adonai Eloheinu v'yishtachavu le'ar kodsho Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu. Please rise, we turn to page 21, Mizmor LeDavid. Acclaim Adonai, children of the divine. The voice of Adonai shatters the cedars, making the trees dance like cows, but also blessing his people with peace.
And I want Rivka to come up and read it for us, please.
Oh, wonderful. Okay.
Oh, you want her to do it? Havul Adonai.
You say it, read it, just read it.
Just read?
Just read it.
מזמור לדוד. אוקיי. מזמור לדוד. הבו לאדוני בני אלים, הבו לאדוני כבוד ועוז, הבו לאדוני כבוד שמו, השתחוו לאדוני בהדרת קודש. כל אדוני על המים, אל הכבוד יראים, אדוני על מים רבים. כל אדוני בכוח, כל אדוני בהדר, כל אדוני שובר ארזים, וישבר אדוני את ארזי הלבנון, וירקידם כמו עגל. לבנון ושריון כמו בן ראמים, כל אדוני חוצב להבות אש. כל אדוני יכיל מדבר, יכיל אדוני מדבר קדש, כל אדוני יחולל איילות, ויחשוף יערות, ובהיכלו כולו אומר כבוד. אדוני למבול ישב, וישב אדוני מלך לעולם. אדוני עוז לעמו ייתן, אדוני יברך את עמו בשלום.
Please be seated. Yashar koach.
And Aaron is coming up to do the Chadodi.
We are going to do verses 1, 2, 5 in the last verse, which is 9. Here we go. Let's see here. Lichadodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat
Kabbalat. Lichadodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat Kabbalat. Lichadodi Chadodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat Kabbalat. Lichadodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat Kabbalat. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad, Ishmi'anu elam yuchad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad, V'shemo tiferet v'litila. Lecha lecha dodi dodi, lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat Kabbalat. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat Kabbalat. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha, ki mikol koracha, merosh mikedem letzura, somase b'machshava tchila. Lecha lecha dodi dodi, lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat Kabbalat. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat Kabbalat. Hitoreri ki va'orek umiori, ui shiodeh daveri, kivod Adonai la'ir nigla. Lecha dodi dodi, lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat Kabbalat.
Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat Kabbalat. Karen, can you open the door?
We rise, we turn to the entrance.
Ohiva shalom ateret bala.
Gam b'sima u'v'tzola, Tor emunei am segula, boi chala. Lecha dodi dodi, lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat Kabbalat. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat Kabbalat. Please remain standing. We turn to page 39a for the Baruch Hu. We face east. Shkoach.
Baruch et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai Amorah Leolam.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Leolam Va'ed.
Please be seated, and Lou is going to lead us in the responsive reading, the far left of page 39a.
God and nature? Okay. All right. Beloved you, eternal God, by whose design the evening falls, by whose command dimensions open up, and I'm having a little trouble seeing here. And eons pass away, stars spin in their orbits.
You set the rhythms of day and night, the alternation of light and darkness sings your creating word.
In rising sun and in spreading dusk, creator of all, you are made manifest.
Eternal, everlasting God, may we always be aware of your dominion.
Beloved are you, Adonai, for this hour of nightfall.
Umavir yom u'vilayla, umavdil ben yom u'vilayla, Adonai tzivaot shemo. El chai v'kayam, tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'ma'ariv ha'ravim. Ahavat olam beit Yisrael, amcha ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot, chukim u'mishpatim, otanu limad
Yeditalkein Adonai Eloheinu, B'shorveinu v'kumeinu, Nasiach bechukecha, V'nismach b'divrei Toratecha, U'v'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed. Ki em chayenu ve'orech yameinu, u'vahem negei yomam v'layla.
V'yavtecha al tasim imenu le'olamim. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohel
Amo Yisrael, Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha, v'chol levacha u'v'chol nafshecha, u'v'chol me'odecha, v'hayu advarim ha'ele, asher anochi metzavecha, hayom al levavecha, v'shinantam levanecha, v'dibarta abam, v'shiftecha b'beitecha, uv'lechtecha b'derech, uv'shachvecha uv'kumecha, uv'shartam leot al yadecha, v'hayu letotafot bein einecha, uv'tavtam al mezuzot beitecha, uv'isharecha. Impress these words of mine upon your heart and upon your soul. Bind them as a sign upon your hand and as a symbol above your eyes. Teach them to your children by speaking of them. When you sit in your home, when you walk on your way, when you lie down and when you rise up, inscribe them upon the doorposts of your home and on your gates. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
Page 43b. Moselle will lead us in an English reading, page 43b. Responsible.
You proclaimed the covenant on the seventh day.
You declared it and decreed it. We listened and heard it,
You loved this day we inherited, delighting in its remembrance.
and began its command with the words, remember, Zachor.
From the time you bestowed it, joy filled the hearts of Jeshurun and the people you redeemed.
Securing the cause of righteousness.
You exalted Shabbat as a sign between us forever. In 6 days your world was formed. On the seventh day you rested.
And on this day, Israel, your people rest.
To honor your name, they sing songs of praise to the one deserving of praise.
Umalchuto b'ratzon, kiblu alehem,
Moshe u'Miriam u'bnei Yisrael lekanu shira
b'simcha rabba, v'yameru kulam, mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai. Mi mamocha nedar b'kodesh, norati lo dosefele, norati lo dosefele, malchutecha ra'u v'necha, bokei hayam lifnei Moshe, zeli anu ve'ameru Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed. Emar kifada Adonai et Yaakov, ugalo miyad chazak mimenu, Baruch atah Adonai God Yisrael. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, ve'amidenu malkeinu l'chaim. Ushmor tzeitzenu v'cheinu l'chaim u'shalom me'ata v'ad olam, u'faros aleinu sukat shalomecha, Baruch atah Adonai haporei sukat shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael ve'al Yerushalayim.
Shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat,
לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת,
לעשות את
השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
כי ששת ימים
עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית העולם. וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש, לשמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת
לדורותם ברית עולם.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה,
אמן.
בעלמא דברה קרתי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון, ובחיי דכל בית ישראל. בגלה בגלה, ובזמן קריבו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך, לעולם ועולמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשא בריחו לעילא מכל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה תמירם בעלמא אמרו אמן. Our silent Amidah for Friday nights begins on page 47. We continue silently through to page 52. When we get to the bottom of page 50, we turn to page 430 for the Hanukkah.
עושה שלום במרומיו, ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל.
Please remain standing for Kiddush on page 55. It will be led by Ben Bratton.
Who walked out of the book? Thank you. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kichanu b'mitzvotanu v'ratzavanu
בשבת קודשו באהבה וברצון הנחילנו, זיכרון למעשה בראשית, כי הוא יום תהילה למקראי קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים, כי בנו בחרת ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים, ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת.
Amen. Yasher koach. Please be seated. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Chag Sameach, everybody here and online, Chag Chanukah Sameach. So in Chanukah, we think a lot about the victory of the Maccabees, obviously, part of the stories, and how they did against all odds. And we think, what does it mean to be a great leader? How does that quality of leadership then allow us to be victorious like the Maccabees? And it's on my mind because my children, especially my son, are obsessed with the early U.S. presidents and how they were great leaders, Washington and Lincoln, and we have at least 20 books of Lincoln and Washington lying around. And so what are those qualities of leadership? So it's interesting, whenever we have Chanukah, we read the portion of the Torah that's about Joseph and Miketz. And in this parasha, is when finally Joseph rises up to be the great second in command to Pharaoh, the culmination of his story of rising to power. So we know the story. He's summoned from jail to interpret Pharaoh's dream. And Pharaoh has a dream that nobody else can understand. There are 7 fat cows who come out of the Nile, and then 7 lean cows who come and eat the 7 cows. What does it mean? None of his magicians, none of his wise men can figure it out. But his cupbearer remembers that back in prison, there was a Hebrew prisoner who had interpreted a dream for him, and who had a beautiful interpretation. So they called Joseph. And Joseph not only interprets the dream immediately, he says, well, you're going to have 7 years of plenty followed by 7 years of famine. But he also tells him exactly what you need to do. He says, well, what you need to do is find someone who is wise and discerning, ish navon v'chacham, and then that person should go and prepare during those 7 years of plenty for the 7 years of famine. And Pharaoh says, well, where else can we find such a person who's wise and discerning as you are? We're going to make you the head of this program, and you'll do exactly what your plan was. And so what does this mean to be a person who's wise and discerning? What does it mean to be wise and discerning? So there's a commentator called Rashbam, the grandson of Rashi, and he says, he has a very interesting interpretation, a beautiful interpretation. He says there are 2 different kinds of intelligence. One, a person who's navon, is a person who knows, a person who can see the future with vision and understand what's going to come. It's a person who has vision, who's able to see wide open expanses and understand the bigger picture, and who has that ability to go from A to C and skip B, just like Joseph saw what the dream was about. But then he was also a chacham. What's a chacham? A chacham is somebody who gathers wisdom, this is Rashbam, from everything he has heard and seen. Someone who's just able to look at the world and see every detail and understand how it all works together and bring it all together into a plan and implement that vision. And Joseph had both of these. And so this ability to both have vision and implement it helped Joseph rise again and again through all of his troubles. But I always think that there's one other aspect of him that in some ways is even more important. And it is interesting, the book of Deuteronomy, God says that we should be the people of this kind of 2 kinds of intelligence, of vision and of attention to details. But the third quality comes when he's sitting in jail at the beginning. He's just been sent there, been framed by Potiphar's wife. But straight away, he manages to gain the favors of the head jailer. And it says in the Torah that he showed chen. to the jailer. And chen is grace. And that's that Joseph had this really special quality of grace about him, a divine grace, a feeling that both drew other people to him and made other people very jealous of him at the same time. But he had this wonderful sense. It was also symbolic of God's protection. God was with him. And that gave him his belief in self. And it's what allowed him to keep being protected through all these difficult situations, being in the pit, being in jail, all the challenging moments. And it's that special quality allowed him to interpret dreams, that quality of grace, of God's quality of protection. And the Maccabees, they won, not only because they were courageous, not only because they had vision, not only because they were brave, but also because they had a bit of that same quality, that quality of chen, of grace with them. And that's the quality that helped make that miracle happen of the kindling the menorah to bring spiritual light into the whole world. It's also what we think about at this time of year on Hanukkah, how we can each find a little bit more of chen in our life, a little bit of grace, and how that grace gives us protection, gives us a sense of connection, and then a blessing that we bring to our life and to all those around us. Shabbat Shalom. Chag Sameach. Please rise for Aleinu, page 56.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, lateit gidula liotzer breshit, shelo asanu kigorhei haratzot, velo samanu kamishbechot hadama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, v'gov aleinu kechol hamonam, v'anachnu korim, umishtachavim umodim, לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ועושה ארץ, ומושב עיקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושינתו זו, בגובה מעלמין, הוא אלוהינו אינו, מלכנו אפס זולתו, ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום והשבות אל לבביך, כי אדוני הוא אלוהים בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחתנו. אוקיי, נכון. ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
Please be seated. We turn to the Mourner's Kaddish on page 58. This week we are observing the following yard sites: Irving Abarbanel, Rhoda Esber, Evelyn Birkin, Clement Kaditz, Ike Crystal, Anna Dubinsky, Michael Goldman, Joseph Goldstein, Ruth Horwich, Louis Jaffe, Edward Levine, Beatrice Mester Kurtz, Milton Michaels, Sidney Mizok, Bernard Paris, Elsie Richard, Sam I. Rubenstein, Lotta Sachs, Jack Savin, Richard Siebert, Abraham Steinberg, Victor Sidlow, Eli Sudik, Abraham Winetsky, Helen Zaritz. If you're observing a yard site or a mourning, please rise and join me in the words of the Kaddish. Yitkada v'yitkada shemei Rabba, be'alma divra kirute v'yamlich machute, b'chayechon v'yomechon uv'chaye dechol Beit Yisrael, ba'gala v'izman kari v'emu amen. Yehi shmei Rabba mevorach le'olam omer maya, yiparach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei dekudesha brichu le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata tush bechata v'nechemata damiran be'ama v'emu amen. יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיה וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו amen. Do you have announcements? We have announcements as our millennia-old tradition from Jerry.
I handed them to him at the beginning of the service.
Okay, good. You have them?
I handed them to you at the beginning of services.
You did?
Yes, I did. Let's go look for them.
Must be in your cloak.
Oh, is it under my books? Oh, well.
Did you put it in your pocket maybe? In your coat pocket?
My glasses are in there.
Jerry, improv.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta know what's going on. There we go. There we go.
Oh, okay. No, I've got this one. Toda rabah to for ushering. As always, go to our website for details and links for all scheduled programming. To add to your mitzvah list during the winter holidays, come help folks at the Greater Chicago Food Depository. On January 2nd from 1 to 3:45, join with the Sisterhood and Social Action Committee and bring friends and family to assist with packing up boxes for those in need. We have great plans for a community zinging to celebrate Hanukkah. On Sunday, December 29th, at 5:30, we are hosting the Yiddish singing group Mamaloshen for a special night of song, lighting candles, eating latkes, playing dreidel. Come for this warm, delicious Hanukkah tradition, a celebration where we join in song with Oak Park Temple and the Secular Jewish Committee and Secular Jewish Community and School for Freilach, for fun. Our Zion's annual congregational meeting is scheduled for Sunday, January 12th at 10:30. The theme is Celebrating Our Past and Ensuring Our Future. And topics range from plans for our building's 75th anniversary to an unveiling of our Herald's new design and format. On Monday, January 13th at 7 p.m., JUF is leading an in-person only security training for the entire Har Zion community, emphasizing situational awareness and active threat response. And that's all she wrote, so Shabbat Shalom, Chag Sameach.
And Yasher Koach to Sarah for leading us in the beautiful service, and to our guest appearances by Aaron Bernstein and Rivka Fowler and Ben Brotman and all of our readers.
We'll finish with Adon Olam on page 211. Adon Olam, Asher Malach,
Asher Malach,
B'terem Kol,
B'terem Kol
Yitzir Nivra, Li'et Nasa, B'chefsa Kol, Azay Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam, Be'acharei Kiklot HaKol, Levado Yimlok Nora Adon Olam, Vehu Haya, Vehu Oveh,
והוא יהיה בתפארה אדון עולם, והוא אחד ושני, להמשיך לו להכביר אדון עולם, בלי ראשי, בלי תכלית, ולא העוז והמצווה אדון עולם, והוא אלי וחי גואלי, וצורכב לי בעת צרה אדון עולם, והוא ניסי ומנוסי, מנקוסי ביום אקרא אדון עולם, בידו אפקיד רוחי, בעת אישן והעירה אדון עולם, ועם רוחי גביעתי, אדוני לי ולא ירא אדון עולם.
Adon Olam,
Adon Olam,
Asher Malach,
Asher Malach,
B'terem Kol,
B'terem Go Yetzir Nival,
Nasa,
Le'ed Nasa B'chefso Kol, Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam.
Olam.
Please rise for concluding bracha. Kadosh Baruch Hu, Holy One, blessed be He, on this Shabbat, Chanukah. May the light of Chanukah move us all to bring the light of truth, the light of justice, the light of peace, the light of joy into our world. And let us say, Amen. Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless and protect you. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichuneka. May God's face illumine us and be gracious to us. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May Adonai turn His face towards us and grant us peace. Shabbat shalom. Chag sameach.